Hello there party peeps and welcome back to another video. My name is ArtByNature and we're unboxing another Veikk tablet. They came through again and gave me another tablet in exchange for a review. And before we carry on, I would just like to say if you could please turn your captions on. I've begun to caption my videos for anyone who is a non-native speaker or hearing impaired so that my videos can be more accessible to these people. First off, in the box we have a smudge guard followed by our tablet. Now the tablet felt quite light, which is obviously fine, no one wants a heavy tablet, but the build felt very strong and very higher quality compared to the A50, but the A50 wasn't exactly lacking in quality anyway. Now this tablet does lack the trackpad that came with the A50 tablet, although I will explain later on why that was not an issue at all. The pen came in the trademark felt sleeve that the pens are woven to protect them, and it is the same pen that came with the A50 almost, the same weight and the same comforting feel in your hands. Here you have the quick start guide that I'm holding upside down, and that is followed by the lead for the tablet, the USB-C lead that you of course plug into the tablet and then your computer. Veikk tablets are not wireless, although that really isn't a problem. And then here are the spare nibs that come inside the box. I would recommend shaking the box around to figure out where they are because they are not as easy to access as they would be for other tablets. And of course here's the smudge guard. It's very light and airy, which means that your hands don't end up feeling clammy or sweaty. And here you can see everything that comes in the box with the A15. Now in regards to the actual usability of the tablet, here you can see I of course recorded the first piece I created with this tablet, and I didn't actually do any other drawings with it. I went straight into a fully detailed review piece, as I felt I should. I felt I should get all my first impressions while creating a proper illustration. I want to do something more detailed than I did with the A50 and the XP Pen Artist 12, and I wanted to go for a full painting. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you would know that I used a Veikk A50 tablet for my final exams in 2 of my subjects, which was a combined 30 hours worth of artwork. And this is a testament to the quality of Veikk's tablets in general. There was no issues at all in 30 solid hours of just pure abuse on these tablets to try and create my detailed posters, and it worked. It worked incredibly. There was no problems, it was comfortable, and it really shows how well Veikk engineered these tablets. Now in regards to the trackpad, which I mentioned during the unboxing segment, of course I used it heavily while I was doing these paintings, and the trackpad was a really useful feature. It just made zooming in and out and of course changing your brush sizes so much easier as a process, and it really streamlined your workflow. Using those gestures was incredibly simple, but if you are not highly coordinated on your tablets or used to these things, it could pose a small problem with you, but that could be said for any express keys. Now of course the A15 lacks these, but while going into my tablet menu I really easily identified which buttons it was that changed my brush sizes, and of course my undo button as well as my zooming in and out keys. And after making a quick note of them, just making sure I was used to it, it was plain sailing. It was incredibly easy to do. And of course the being able to change brush sizes without going into your brush menu that often means that it's so much easier to work on a detailed piece like this. Of course I needed to go into my brush menu for the small refinements, but that was needed anyway with the A50 despite the trackpad, and it's just a problem you sort of have with every tablet. The brush sizes don't tend to adjust automatically to what you would like, but that's fine. Now when it came to actually using the tablet, the pen pressure out of the box felt so much better and streamlined than the A50. I don't know if that's a change to the tablet or to the driver software, but I felt less need to adjust my pen pressure arcs, and actually when I did, it was less comfortable and responsive than I found it was without adjusting the pressure arcs, which means that using it out of the box is incredibly easy, same with the driver installation where it is just that one software that you download and you roll with. Now, of course, for the price, these tablets are fantastic. In the UK, it retailed for around £40. I don't remember the exact price, I will display that on screen, along with prices in America. For the price, they are absolutely fantastic. These are, of course, Wacom alternative tablets that are aimed at artists on a smaller budget or beginner artists, and I think for someone that's just starting out, these tablets are one of the best things you can get. For the price, they have twice the specs of something like a Wacom Intuos Draw. They have the 8,000 levels of pen pressure, a 12-inch working space, and they are honestly just incredibly easy to use, very comfortable, easy to set up. and very sleek. They don't look bulky or cheap or like an alternative, they look like a professional piece of kit and they perform like it as well, which means that if you are just starting out, this gives you the best possible almost benefit you could get from a tablet, especially a cheaper tablet, and I do believe Veikk are quite underrated as a brand when it comes to alternatives. I've never had a problem with a Veikk tablet or Veikk hardware or software. Meanwhile, I have had problems with my Artist 12, like weird driver issues with software issues, with hardware issues, which were eventually fixed, but I never had any of that with Veikk, and like I said, I've used their tablets for well over a day solid work, and that's without leaving without getting breaks. And of course, for the piece itself, I wanted to create something very detailed and quite over dramatic to show off what the tablet could do, but also to sort of create a more impact and a more expressive piece, as I felt the review pieces I made last time didn't quite show off the tablets well enough. Of course, that is all for this video. I hope you peeps enjoy the rest of the speed paint. In summary, I think the A15 is fantastic. It's a great piece of kit for any beginner. It's an absolutely wonderful tablet. I can't say enough about it really, and that's not just because they've given it to me for free. I genuinely wish I had something like this when I was starting out, as opposed to my Wacom, I believe they were called Intuos pens. And before that I had a Wacom Graphire. And after changing from Wacom, I've never looked back, and I genuinely believe that Veikk might be one of the best companies for anyone starting out. I hope this helps someone, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and of course don't forget to press like and subscribe, and that's ArtByNature, out.